Hi, this is Yoga with Michelle time, and we're going to do a 20-minute practice with some arm balances. So come to the front of your space or your mat, whatever it might look like. I'm enjoying practicing in a lot of different spaces in my own environment to reveal to myself that every space can be a yoga space. So you're going to rub the palms together vigorously, get some heat going. We don't need a heated room, you just have yourself. Draw your shoulders away from the ears. Lift all 10 toes so that you can feel all the muscles in the front side of the body as they engage as well with the navel. Behind the navel is your money, your energy, the bandhas, the yogic locks. So plant the 10 toes now. Give yourself a point of focus. Ujjayi Pranayama, the inhale is through the nose. The exhale is also through the nose. So speaking of heat, that creates the heat that we're looking for in order to have a very flexible or advanced or acrobatic practice. The inhale is disturbing, it lifts you, it strengthens the spine, and the exhale roots you into space, into your foundation. One last one, inhale. Exhale, reach the arms up to the sky. See what happens if you can do both. Lift the arms up and drop the ribs in. For me, it immediately ignites the inner thighs. Exhale, lift the knees to come down and reach toward the floor, the ankles, the shins, the toes. Then a flat back, and we'll bend the knees. Walk into plank, even if you've practiced with a jump just for the first one of your day. Walk into your plank position. Bend the elbows just by the ribs and come all the way to the floor for a low cobra. Elbows in, heart lifts, eyes, the drishti travel to the nose. Inhale, come to your knees and take a downward facing dog. You can shift your hips to the left, shift to the right, draw the heels down, and the gaze, the drishti, is toward the navel. Breathe there. 1, 2, lifting the kneecaps. 3, press equally into all parts of your hands. 4, 5, bend the knees, look to the hands. Let's have a little hop forward. Inhale, exhale, and inhale. Come on up and exhale, hands down. We'll take a few more just like that. The perfect way to warm up the body. Inhale, exhale, hands toward the floor. You can have a bend of the knees. We're never wanting to lock out the legs. So if you've got hamstring issues like I do, for sure spend a moment figuring out your best bend. Lift the heart in the chest. The hands are going to come flat, and possibly you take a little jump right into chaturanga, the bent elbow position. Here you have up dog, knees off the floor. Exhale, downward facing dog. Travel your eyes toward your navel. Breathe there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend the knees. Walk or lightly jump forward. Inhale, lift the heart in the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, heels heavy. Come on up to standing, palms together. Last time. Inhale, reach the heart up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Lift the kneecaps, hands toward the floor. Inhale, gaze upward. Bend the knees, keep your gaze past your mat. Your ribs kind of hang out on your thighs as you lift your feet. Just a way to practice the jump. Lift your feet. And then it's a little bit of courage, a little bit of arm strength. Inhale, lift the knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Here we have the eyes again at the navel. Breathe there. 1. Press the palms and the heels. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's take a jump forward. Inhale, exhale, lift the heart and the chest. And then just fold in half a little bit. Shake your head no. Nod your head yes. Peel your chest up to Utkatasana chair. And then come to standing. So Surya Namaskar B. We're moving quickly this morning. We're just gonna take a couple, reach the palms up. Maybe they touch, but not at the expense of drawing your shoulders all the way up. Exhale, swan dive forward, fold in half, hands to the floor. Inhale, exhale, keep the gaze past the mat. Walk or jump into your chaturanga. Upward facing dog. You can really explore this lift, this big arch, knees off the floor. Downward facing dog. Immediately turn the left foot on its side and the right foot through the hands. You can use your hands for a little help on your right thigh. Draw the left hip forward, the right hip back, manually. Maybe twist yourself a little bit. Guide the left pinky toe to the floor. Very important. Guide that left pinky toe to the floor. Reach the arms up. Inhale. They can touch. Again, the tradition of Ashtanga yoga says they touch, but not at the expense of pain or not being able to breathe or drawing all sorts of tension to the shoulders. Exhale through a vinyasa, hands to the floor. You can lift the right leg up as you come down, and then upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Turn the right foot on its side, left foot through the hands. You're gonna line up, heel to heel line up, not heel to arch. Heel to heel gives us a little more space. Keep drawing the left hip back, the right hip forward. Arms up. Exhale through the vinyasa, hands to the floor. Vinyasa is this plank. Chaturanga is the bent elbows. Roll over the toes, up dog, downward dog. Eyes travel to the navel, breathe 1 and 2. Again, practice with the knees that you need, a little bit of a bent knee. 4. In and out through the nose. 5. All these cleansing breaths. Come on to the balls of your feet. Walk or hop forward. Inhale, the chest lifts. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we'll take chair. And exhale, come on up. And right away again, chair position. And fold in half, hands to the floor, nose toward the knees. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, eyes past the mat, walk or lightly jump. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, downward dog. Turn the left foot on its side, right foot through the hands. Keep squaring the hips and the shoulders. Reach your arms up. Exhale, fold in half, hands to the floor. And inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot on its side, left foot through the hands. And keep rotating your left hip back, right hip forward. Stretch the palms toward the ceiling or outside toward the sky. Here you are in your plank. Elbows bend. Upward dog. Inhale, inhale. Downward facing dog. So whether or not your heels come flat, no big deal. The inner palm is going to reach into the earth. The big toe side is the same as the pinky toe side. So try not to favor one or the other. We'll call this 3, 4, 5, getting really still there. Reach the right leg forward. Take the left leg back. Work yourself into warrior 2. Draw the shoulders back, the pubic bone up, and breathe. 2, 3, 4, 5. So lifting up, away from the floor. Draw your fingertips, hover. See if you can't hover. And the eyes travel up to the left fingertips. Inhale, back to warrior 2. Change sides. Left knee is going to bend. Right toe into the earth. Breathe, lift up. Left fingertips to the earth. Right where it's hard, that's where you want to pause. And come on back up. Warrior 2 with a twist, quite literally. So you take your right knee bent, again over the heel, left elbow to the outside of the right knee, and then maybe bring in this back foot a little bit so you can stack the left palm and the right palm. I'm just taking a prayer position and finding my twist. Might be a good title for a book. Inhale, windmill the arms, left arm up, right arm up, bend the left knee, right elbow to the outside of the left knee. We're gonna really keep twisting the right hip toward the left knee and breathe. And then again, I always need to take my right foot a little to the side. Scooch the left rib to the sky, the right rib to the outside of the left knee, and then gaze upward. If you feel like you're gonna fall, breathe more deeply. Lift the kneecaps more. And here we are, Prasarita Padmottanasana A. So draw the tailbone down, the pubic bone up, lift the heart and the chest, fold in half and pause. So we talked for a moment about the yogic blocks right there. Pull in the ribs, pull in the belly, the groin, and then the hands maybe come to the floor. Inhale, the heart lifts. Exhale, a little bend of everything. The knees bent a little bit, elbows bend. Turn both toes to the right. Scooch the right arm underneath the right leg. And then maybe you grab hold behind the right buttocks. Take hold both hands. Inhale, 2. Notice the tendency to fold forward and try to reach back. 4, 5. Back to the center. Inhale, lengthen the heart and the chest. 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe you grab hold of the big toes here. Exhale. Some of you will plant your head right on the floor. Inhale, second side. Release the hands. Take the left arm underneath the left thigh. Try to rotate and hold both hands. Even if you can't hold hands, best to take a hand to the floor so you can lean yourself back. Keep drawing yourself back. And back to the center. Inhale, lift the heart and the chest. Exhale, maybe you go to your deepest forward fold. So maybe your hands come all the way behind you. If the crown of the head comes to the floor and you want to pop up into tripod headstand, you certainly may. I'm focusing on that Mula Bandha, the spot behind my navel, and I'm really making sure to breathe. And then gonna slowly exhale, draw my feet down, come on up, exhale. So the deal with handstands in the middle of a practice is not to rush, right? Let your head fully come to the floor before you attempt to do one. Inhale, exhale. Draw the left leg back again. Warrior 2. Palms out. Inhale, exhale. Take the right arm to the right thigh again. Notice the tendency to draw the left shoulder forward. Lean back, lean back. Lean back. And we're going to take a flying position, Ardha Chandrasana. So dragging the left leg forward and up. The right hand's got to find the right spot. For me, it's just diagonal of the right pinky toe. And then you can experiment with stacking your shoulders. Now, if you need to balance by holding onto something, a block here is great, or even a wall. And then you might extend the left arm up, possibly the gaze too, and bend the right knee. We'll take a little pyramid fold. So the right leg is going to come straight, the left leg is going to come straight too, turned out a little to the side, and breathe. 1, 2, melt the heart. 3, 4, 5. Just a moment of twist, left hand to the floor, right arm up, triangle twist, Trikonasana twist. Bend the right knee a little bit, get your bearings to windmill the arms up, shoulders back, and we'll take the second side. So you might need to reconvene the feet, the clothing, reach the arms out, fingertips slightly lifted, bend the left knee, so knee and the heel are in line, turning that right toe in, and breathe. Maybe a smile crosses your face. In and out through the nose. Left elbow to the left knee, massage out the waist and breathe. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look down. Set yourself up the way you need to. And each side is usually so different. So left hand just in front of the left pinky toe. And then experiment. Pull in your belly. You could use your hand to help rotate that right hip open. The right foot has to have a big flex to it. Maybe the right arm travels up to the sky. Changing the gaze is where you really get into the nitty-gritty of balance. The drishti, underneath or lifted all the way to the fingers. Changes things often. And then slowly come on out. Rotate both hips down to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, fold over the left leg. The arms can be wherever you find them best. Hands can stay on the floor. Make sure your inhale is vibrant through your nose, the exhale as well. And then we'll take a twist. So right hand to the floor, left arm to the sky. And windmill the arms, whoops, come on out. And come to the front of your mat. Samastitihi. There's a moment of stillness, of nothingness, as you've moved around to come back to breath, to come back to your center, so that you can create something new. All right, promise some arm balances. So separate the feet, palms together, and just pause. Lift the heart in the chest. We're gonna find Bakasana first. So crow pose. Hands come to the floor. Walk your feet a little closer together. Now I like to envision a big beach ball, and I'm just gonna lift my chest over this beach ball. Create a shelf for my for the shins of my forearms. Maybe the left leg lifts up, the heart lifts, the chest lifts. Maybe the right leg lifts up. Maybe they both lift up together. So I'm really arching the back, the same height, ish, of the head and the bottom. If one is lower or higher than the other, you might head in that direction. So lift the heart in the chest, pulling in the ribs and the belly a whole bunch. 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe take a little twist there so the right hand would extend, open the right knee. Exhale, change sides. Glorious. We'll try it again. Bakasana. So the hands come to the floor. Inhale and experiment too with how far apart your legs would be. So I find it easier and more sturdy, stable if the feet are closer together. I notice a lot of times people kick up and then they're kind of disappointed because they can only stay up for a sec. So if you spend the time in this spot, this middle spot of lifting onto the big toes, but then lift away from that ball. Arch your chest so much, draw your shoulders so deeply away from your ears. Then lift just the left toe. Maybe that ignites a sense of stability, and then the right toe can lift as well. So I never let go of the arch. I never let go of my gaze, my drishti. And then exhale. So being patient. Maybe that's the trick to all these balance postures, being patient. When it's time for them to come, they'll come. Bhujapadasana. So take your stretch into downward dog. Pedal out one foot. You could look under the right armpit. And the other foot. And just pedal out, breathe, eyes on the navel. Bend the knees lightly and hop your feet around your hands. Take your arms under